going on, people inside that internet machine? Welcome to the CM Retro Show. Back at you with another pickup video. This will be this. I worked like two straight weeks. I didn't really have a chance to go to like thrift stores or yard sales a bunch, but I did get to go on. I guess this was Friday, I think. Yeah, because then I worked 15-hour shift on Saturday night. So, go to the thrift store, right? Go to the thrift store. It's a thrift store that has half off certain colors. But for Labor Day weekend, they were having 50% off of everything in the store. The games were already out, like somebody had picked through them. So I was like, okay, whatever. So I went over there, and $4 each, really good condition. Picked up Transformers War of Cybertron. Now, I don't really collect for the 360, but I don't remember seeing this game. So I was like, $4, you know, we'll take a chance. Complete. All these games are in really nice condition. So picked this one up for my other son, my oldest son. He's a big Naruto fan. Naruto, The Broken Bond, which is an Xbox 360 exclusive. Again, very nice registration card in there. I did pick this one up for myself. This is one of the 360 games that I've been looking for. I'm trying to find it at a good price because it's just going to go in my backlog and it's just got to wait its turn. But it's a Square Enix game, Project Sylphie. Now, Square did a shooter on the PS1 called Einhander, and it was really, really good. It's like one of the best shoot 'em ups of all time. Here we have Square and the shooter. This is more of a 3D kind of simulator type shooter from what I understand, but still wanted it in the collection. $4, the price was right. Couldn't believe this was still there. If somebody had picked through the games, you don't see Mario games left behind, but Mario Strikers Charged for the Wii, again, that was $4. Complete. I do like the Mario soccer games. The one on the GameCube is outstanding. This one actually doesn't really go for a whole lot, so I'll probably just end up throwing it in the old Wii collection. The next thrift store that I go to is literally like right across the street, and I haven't found any good games there in a long, long time. And I think it's because maybe they hired some younger guys to stock the shelves. I've seen them in the electronics section. They're like late teens, early to mid 20s, and I'm sure that when video games come in, that they're taking all the good games and putting the sports games, the Guitar Heroes, the Sing It, the Disney Sing Stars, and all that stuff out on the shelves because that's all that they ever have. But in their collectibles section, I did find this stack of baseball cards. It was $4, and I thought, well, the front card is Alex Rodriguez Future Foundations card, so I figured that's probably worth $1 or $2. So I go up to the counter, and she's like, well, the seal was broken, and they had to retape it, so they have to sell them for 42 cents. So for 42 cents plus tax, I was like, yeah, I'll take a chance on that. Because like I said, I figured the Alex Rodriguez card is going to be worth more than 42 cents. But we're going to open this, not today, on a new segment that I've created that will be coming out very, very shortly. I call it TLC. No, not the pop group. You know, TLC.
A first ever tables, ladders, and chairs match right here tonight.
No, not tables, ladders, and chairs. TLC. Toys, Legos, and collectibles. So if you're into toys, into Legos, into collectibles, like baseball card openings, Lego stuff, collector series unboxings, all that stuff, make sure that you check out those new videos that I'm going to shoot. So it should be a hoot. Carol Ann should be in on a lot of it. That's all I'm going to say about that. It's still top secret information, so don't tell anybody. Let's get to some yard sale pickups. Okay, so in between the thrift stores, I go to a couple garage sales. There's nothing. And this is on a Saturday, and I usually go on Friday. But I hate when people are like, I'm like, hey, you got to go video? No, I sold it all yesterday. You know, because I'm usually the guy that goes on Thursday and Friday and not Saturday. But I stopped by this lady's house. Real nice. She had a bunch of crafts and stuff sitting out. But on the floor, I saw this. It is an Atari 2600 Game Center with the plastic top. She wanted $3 for it. I got her down to $2, so we paid $2 for this gem. I don't even own a 2600 yet, But we might be working on that. I said I would never collect Atari just because I don't need to collect another thing. But this is kind of nice. I kind of like this. This will clean up very well. So I asked her, I said, you got any other video game stuff? She said no. I've never had this happen before. She said no. And I said, well, you got anything like old Nintendo, Super Nintendo? You guys know the spiel. And she goes, no, I just had a really bad breakup and my boyfriend took all the good stuff. And I said, oh no. They're there. You know what I mean? And so she's like, yeah, that's all that's left. I do have my 2600 and a bunch of games, but I want to keep it because that was her childhood stuff or something. And I said, I understand. I said, I do a YouTube channel where I go around and do pick up videos and stuff like that. And I shoot it on my YouTube channel. And I told her the name of the channel, CM Retro Gaming. And she goes, I think my boyfriend used to watch that channel. Okay, well, here's your $2. Thank you for the Atari thing. Have a nice sale. So that's how that one ended. That was a little awkward. Usually you always end on good terms and stuff like that, but I felt a little weird on that one. Okay, so on my way home, I'm almost home, and I see 2 garage sales, 2 houses right next to each other. So I stop, I get out, I ask the guy, he's like, oh no, I got it at home. It's upstairs in the attic. I came over to help my friend and pull all his furniture out today, so I didn't want to go bring that big heavy tote. So I always try and like talk to him, right? Like always try and like say like, hey, where are you coming back tomorrow? Can I give you my phone number? That kind of stuff. So I said, are you coming back tomorrow? And he said, yeah. I said, well, I get off work at noon. I could be here at like 1. And he was like, yeah, sure, that'll work. I'll bring it. Check it out, see what you got, So then I went next door, and the lady, she had a bunch of like craft stuff and kid stuff. So I said, you got any old video games? And she said, my daughter has them, but she doesn't want to sell them. And I said, oh, okay. Does she have any games that she doesn't play anymore that she would consider selling? That's a technique I use when they say, yes, we have games, but we don't want to sell it. Because they're thinking more like the console and stuff like that. But anyway, she says, well, my daughter's not here. I said, well, hey, I'm coming back to talk to that guy tomorrow about games. Is there any way you could talk to her maybe later today or tomorrow? And maybe she'll have some games that she doesn't want to sell that she would want to sell. So she said, yeah, I'll talk to her. So I go back, and she had a bunch of Wii games. Nothing very exciting, but I did see this one, and she wanted $5 for it. Academy of Champions Soccer. This one is still factory sealed. She wanted $5 for it, so I took a chance. I didn't really know anything about this game, so I figured I'll throw that up on the eBays, see if we can recoup some of our money on this game right here. So yeah. So after I got done with that sale, I went over to this other sale where the guy said he would bring a tote of games, which he did. Now this wasn't his house, this was his friend's house, and he said that his buddy's friends came earlier in the day and picked through the games. So I was a little pissed off about that because he said he'd hold them for me. He wasn't even going to bring the damn things. But anyway, so 30 games, $80 is what I spent. Now that seemed, I wouldn't spend $80 on a bunch of like common games, but once you figure that they're $2.66 a piece, that makes it a little bit more palatable. Here are the games that I'm going to be adding to the collection. These Nintendo games I didn't have, but it's Super Jeopardy. He used to be a reseller, so he taped the prices on them. He said that's been sitting in his attic for years. So again, $2.66, we got a good deal. Add that to the collection because I didn't have it. Pretty cool to see this one, Baseball Stars. Obviously, I can't believe that I didn't have this one already. With the amount of sports games and baseball games and stuff. Solomon's Key. Game I'm very excited to have in the collection, Joust. I loved playing Joust back in the day on the 2600 and the 7800, and it was just a fun co-op game that you could play. Like I played it with my brother all the time, and have a great time. Here's a game that's on my list of games that I need for my childhood NES collection. Not a heavy hitter by any means, but Snake's Revenge. That is amazing. I'm gonna Game Genie this, and I'm gonna cheat like hell, and I'm gonna beat this game. So. And then one Sega Genesis game in there, Afterburner 2. I will be adding that to the collection. Decent condition there. Throw that up on the shelf. So, I forgot what I was going to say. Alright, so these are the games that I need to sell to get at least my $80 back. I don't think that we'll have a problem, but we got some loose card Genesis games. We've got Sonic 2, slightly ripped label right there. Street Fighter Championship Edition. Which I think I have that complete in box somewhere. We've got rare game right here, boys and girls. NHL 96. It says, the best sports simulation ever. Game Players Magazine. So, if anybody wants to trade Panzer Dragoon Saga for that, let me know. Mortal Kombat 2. This is complete. And normally I would probably keep this because it's a complete in-box Genesis game, but I want the Super Nintendo version because that's the version I remember playing when I was a kid. So, unfortunately, gotta let this one go. This last stack of games is all Nintendo stuff. Now, remember, he said he used to resell, so there's prices on this, but again, $2.66. I wasn't gonna leave no Nintendo game left behind, right? So we've got Black Box Golf, Lee Trevino Fighting Golf, which I haven't played, but it's an SNK game, so you never know, it might be good. Bandai Golf, I remember playing the hell out of that game when I was a kid. These are Nintendo lot staples. You find these games in almost every Nintendo lot you will ever buy in your entire life. We've got Double Dribble, Mario Duck Hunt, Karate Champ, Ninja Turtles, that one's cracked. Tetris. Dr. Mario, great game. A lot of people give Dr. Mario a little shade, but it's fun. You know, I always like Dr. Mario. Not as much as Tetris, but I always enjoyed Dr. Mario. Rad Racer. Guys, I have a game coming from Brazil that is a Rad Racer cruising clone. You guys are going to like it. It's for the PS4. I can't wait to get it. We've got Metal Gear. Some kind of writing on the back. Looks like a code. Like they wrote the code on the back. I'm actually going to try that, see if that's the code. And of course, Excite Bike, which is a 3-screw edition. Not that anybody cares about that. So, like I said, you know, his buddy's friends came over and cherry picked. So I'm sure they got the Mario 2, the Mario 3, and some other stuff. But they did leave this stack of games, which it should be easy to get $80 just for this little stack right here. So we've got Tecmo Super Bowl, which is a great game, by the way. Life Force, Ninja Gaiden 2, Punch Out, Michael Tyson's Punch Out, which is my preferred Punch Out. I love Mike Tyson, man. How awesome was he back in the day? They left Zelda for some reason. Maybe because there's a rattler. I don't know. I'll take that apart, get rid of that. And lastly, Castlevania. So $2.66 a piece. Couldn't pass that up. Guys, I have a ton of games to clean and a ton of things to post so I can get my money back. But that is going to do it for this pickup video. Thank you so much for tuning in. We'll see you on the next one. Take care of yourselves.